fifth Sustainable Development Goal of the United Nations is to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. This goal frames gender equality as a fundamental human right and a necessary foundation for a peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable world.
Gender-based violence is common in learning institutions, whereby boys bully girls because of either the masculine power which boys have. They end up bullying the girls who are believed to be feminine. They don't have proper energy to resist themselves.
This is something that happens. It doesn't look like something that the average person would say that it actually happens, but it does happen.
I've seen situations where students attack each other, where girls are attacked by boys, or we have had cases of maybe rape. I think those are cases that have been there. We have had cases of physical violence.
There's a lot of people who are getting into relationships, and within these relationships they're being hit or they're being verbally abused, and they don't really feel like they can speak up on it.
The worst case scenario was a case that we had to go to the streets to demonstrate because a lady has been harassed in her own house. She's paying her own rent, for God's sake, and someone comes from outside, and because they have some personal interest, comes, rapes the lady and leaves her murdered.
These are behaviors that are nurtured from a long way back. Like, for instance, I was in a mixed high school, and how you would see the boys in the school talking, it's something that you can obviously say that this is wrong, this is not supposed to be happening here. But then the system at the point was not speaking against what they were doing. It was speaking against how the girls were carrying themselves. And so I feel like it's something that we should bring awareness about, that in solving the problem about how this female is carrying herself, at the same time the problem should be solved on the side of the males and how they behave.
We as the security department, we take stern action against them, the perpetrators of this kind of crimes, and we charge them. This has enabled us to create a free environment of those kind of crime.
While great gains have been made in the areas of access to education, political elective positions, legal reform, and abolition of negative practices such as FGM, as well as forced and early marriages, there is still disproportionate representation of women in some areas. They include social, economic, legal, political, and religious spheres across the globe. Gender inequality and gender-based violence are very much existent within our communities today. It is therefore a negation of the ideals of gender equality.
I will say to the men, they shouldn't see empowerment of women as competition or as a way to bring the male gender down. It is a matter of raising the girl child, let her recognize her place in the society, let her do what she is capable, hold her hand, and it doesn't always have to be, you have to pay with your body or you have to pay some money. Just hold her hand, it is not going to cost you anything. After all, if she's empowered, then even your engagement with her is going to help you at some point.